Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from MTR.
Do you know what my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up.
Tells him to shut up on her public Instagram twice and calls him an idiot in public. Now, I found another podcast that they did together prior to being married where they both talked about being virgins.
So one time I met this guy on Tinder. I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, and I woke up in the morning and my asshole was a little sore. Oh my.
We need to get extremely active on a follow-up to a piece of content that I did last week. And the title of that video was Comedian's Wife Sparks Outrage After Saying That Real Men Should Never Go 50-50. Now, this content was that of the wife of famous comedian Akash Singh, who you guys may know either being a comedian or being a co-host on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz up on YouTube. Nevertheless, she had some ridiculous and downright disrespectful thoughts in regards to her husband and what she is owed. And within this video, it gets way damn worse. But first, let's go over what she originally said.
Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a red flag. And I will say it again because I know there's going to be already incel troll motherfucker. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money. Huh? And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, it went up $100 from last week.
Okay.
But that's my money.
Huh? Okay, we go on pause right there. Now, after I surfaced this clip, I saw a bunch of other people begin to react to it, but I also saw that people went back in their history of podcast appearances and started to stitch a bunch of clips together. And
I mean, the internet is so strong in that ability to be able to just go back and just curate all of your screw-ups.
Believe it or not, it gets even more pathetic. Without further ado. Now, this clip was uploaded to her Instagram account in June of this year. You see the date right down there. Let's go.
Do you know what my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up. We're leaving in Paris in 5 hours, so tensions are a little high.
Yeah.
We also just redid our closet.
This is all her closet.
That's a lot of bags.
She took the whole closet.
Which we already agreed
And
upon.
now she's saying she doesn't have no space.
And now I'm saying I don't have space for all my. I don't have space for. Can you show?
Yeah.
I don't have space for all my Indian suits because I like my dresses spaced out. Do you know what Akash just did?
Here you go. Watch this. Oh my God.
I'm not doing
Look how
that.
much space exists.
I'm not doing that.
So what do you want to do? You want to buy a separate house with all hanger space?
No, we were supposed to build a wardrobe, but Akash didn't want to do it
For
because
me,
he's too
because
cheap.
I took the smaller closet.
Yo, are you kidding me?
The entitlement is beyond me, but he also kind of created this entitlement.
Do you know how much f***ing space he has? Look, utilize the shelves, you idiot.
These are for sneakers. And then this is going to be for towels.
God.
This is going to be for...
Tensions are high.
I got to clean all this, take it to the storage unit. I just realized that...
They really think that they can just go about trashing men and trashing their husbands without any consequence.
Hey, you're going to know what the storage unit looks like.
I've never been there.
She won't take these downstairs, and then she wants them in my closet, or build a wardrobe so she can have space for her Gurdwara lengas.
Gurdwara suits.
Whatever.
You know what? Let's have a little bit of a better attitude.
You're right. Let's. Plural.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're squeezed.
Oh gosh, for real? I like my clothes spread out. Then, no, but I
Again,
literally like my clothes spread out. You want to crunch them all together.
I'm not compressing them.
I don't want them all on the same rack.
Please put them on a different rack. You have racks. You have shelves.
I only have 3 racks.
I'm with you, MTR. I'm with you.
A full walk-in closet in New York City. Do you know how insane that is? A full walk-in closet for yourself in New York City, and you're telling me I don't have space?
I offered you some of my drawers. Oh, I'll put them in the drawers.
There we go. Look at that. Solutions. I need a full walk-in closet.
Shut up. So rude.
tells him to shut up on her public Instagram twice.
Calls him an idiot.
And calls him an idiot in public. And I'm going to have to take out the background music, do the copyright guidelines, but it's that song, All I Want to Do Is Make That and Take Your Money. Is literally no shame in her gold digging game. I pray that a love like this would never find me, and if it did, she'd be back up on the streets, on the curb, when she belongs.
She belongs to the streets.
You got to think of not only just the level of entitlement to have the confidence to be able to post content like that, thinking that people were going to be on her side, but also the state of the current weak, pathetic modern man today to load emasculation content up on the interweb to grow her pathetic ass audience. So for everybody that said in the last piece of content that she was being hyperbolic for views or that she was just joking, this is more evidence for you. What makes jokes funny is that they are 90% based in truth, and I believe when they turn the cameras off, she's the same goddamn way, if not worse, and he allows it. Now, it does say in the captions here, we're just joking with one another. But imagine your wife who don't gotta lift a finger that you work so hard for to be able to provide for her makes your contributions a joke. This is weak shit and gives us more information why men like this run from prenups.
Princess treatment or bare minimum?
Sending good morning text.
Princess treatment.
Bare minimum. Oh,
Princess
bare minimum.
Oh my God,
Bare
every
minimum.
morning, good morning. It's all
Sending
princess
good
treatment.
morning text so I know that you're alive.
There's an empty space in the bed every morning when you wake up.
Today,
Your husband is going to work.
tying my shoes.
If I'm wearing an outfit and all of a sudden my shoes are tied, you're gonna bend down to
If
tie
you
my
were dressed up, I agree.
The idea that
bare minimum?
that in doing that, we are doing the bare minimum. It's insane. I go above
Time
and
out.
beyond.
Opening car doors.
Bare minimum.
If we're going somewhere, I try to open the car door for her.
Yeah.
But if I'm pulling up and waiting for you for 10 minutes,
Yeah, I
I'm
agree
not
with
a chauffeur, dog. Dial 7s if you want that.
If I call the Uber, I'm going to open the door for you, absolutely.
Yeah, I do that.
Taking your partner on an impromptu shopping trip.
I'll do that anytime. But if you think the bare minimum
Yes!
is I take you to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want.
I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget. Okay.
Because you want a house that I don't care about.
Mew Mew
Oh,
or the
yes, you
Hamptons
do.
house? Pick one, go.
Yeah, thank you.
Pick one.
Look at her. Look at her. She's gonna cry.
So bad, she's going to cry.
If you think that a shopping spree is the bare minimum, then you need a mental health evaluation. Calling princess treatment shit the bare minimum is straight up a manipulation tactic. And it is to position her to never be grateful for anything. So even her sense of entitlement isn't really entitlement because how dare you not give me this bare minimum treatment of getting a shopping spree? I will never.
And remember, shopping spree with no limit, right? Like, I don't know Mew Mew much, but I think it's one of those higher end spots that probably have like $2,000-$3,000 purses.
Understand a man that will entertain a serpent like this, but maybe he just likes this shit. Maybe he likes to be degraded. For some reason, in my mind, I think of him as one of them dudes that like to get tied up and put into a corner of the room as she runs from one end of the room to the other with heels on and kicks him right in the nuts. And as he screams out in pain, that really is pleasure for him. One of those dudes. He's definitely into this shit. There's no other way. But interestingly enough, guess who also agreed with my prenup statement? MrBeast.
December 18th, I got married. Great decision. I recommend you do it. And you don't need a prenup because you don't make any money.
Okay, exactly. Did you get one?
Did I get a prenup? No prenup. Got me for everything.
Gonna regret that. I know at least like 3 people who got one, and I was friends with them when they got married, and then like 2 of them didn't work out. It's just interesting to see it go from like, yeah, we'll be together forever to like, this is the worst decision of my life.
Did you think about giving them some money?
I'll tell the people at our food banks like, less money this month. Gotta help my divorced friend.
He's probably waiting in line next to them.
Exactly.
Wow. Let's play the best part of that over again just so we can all have an understanding.
Gonna regret that.
It is wild to watch these two laugh off fantastic advice like this is.
They're idiots.
Them laughs is gonna be tears in about 10 to 15, baby. Now I know a lot of y'all are probably asking what type of archetype of guy would allow this type of communication from his wife about him publicly, and it is a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience with women as he was a virgin when they met.
At some point, I just got more comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. And I think probably when I met my now wife and I was having sex, it didn't feel obviously as vulnerable and embarrassing. Because when you're looking for somebody, I still would talk about it, but it feels a lot more like, oh boy, here goes a whole thing.
He's talking about his virginity.
It was your choice. Like,
throughout high school, throughout college.
Throughout high school wasn't a choice. I was ugly. Okay. Nobody would have ever
So at the time, if a girl was like, let's have sex.
I don't know that I would have, but it was a choice that was very easy to make. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
College, I made it a choice, but also I went to a college with a lot of religious people, so they weren't like...
It wasn't
that crazy.
Yeah.
I grew up in the South, and in Texas, it's not unheard of. It's rare, but it's not unheard of.
The more that you listen to it, the more you kind of feel bad for the guy, right? Because you begin to understand what happened. He has a little bit more traditional mindset, right? Probably comes from a religious family, and he doesn't seem like an evil guy. On account of his religion, kept his virginity, was searching for the right one. Now, if you transplanted him, like, I don't know, 70, 80 years ago, he probably would have been fine in the damn long run. But wait. He's in modern times experiencing modern women and their modern ass beliefs where they're okay with disrespecting a man publicly. They're okay with saying shit like what's mine's is mine's and what his is mine and he better hand it over to me. They're fine with saying and doing shit like that or going to their Instagram and acting entitled and privileged and, you know, as if it's an honor for him to put her on a pedestal. These are modern times, and his software has not adjusted to the new software of the sexually liberated modern-ass woman.
This is why I said the red pill kind of resets that programming. You know, it readjusts this thing. It adds in an update for the man to fully understand what's going on in the world, right? Because most of us are kind of like that when we were growing up. Most of us probably didn't really date when we were in high school, especially us normal guys, right? So it's just the programming was a certain way through school, society, people around us, everything. And then, you know, take a red pill, just download that freaking update.
This is why they bucked up so hard to content in the space, or why they bucked up so hard at Fresh and Fit, because they were being introduced to truths, and those truths went against their life choices. Now, I found another podcast that they did together prior to being married where they both talked about being virgins, but wait for it, trust me.
He was like really like on some principled shit, and I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't want to lose his virginity, but when I met Akash, I was at the point where I was ready, because I don't know if you told her, because I was.
Oh no, I didn't know you were a virgin too.
So I was a virgin too when I met him.
That's why she don't know the is trash.
That's why.
She don't know no better.
I do have no idea.
You gotta get him ignorant, you know what I mean?
No, so I felt like I was like at a place where I was ready, and then I found out he was a virgin, and then I was like, great. Like, do I have to wait again? But I think like we just connected very well that it went without saying that we wanted to.
How did you guys meet?
They met at a show, by the way. All right. Now, the first time that we reviewed the content, she was saying that, well, I grew with him, but maybe he was a struggling comic at the time. Oh, but wait, she follows up with this.
You met at one of his shows.
We're at the Hoboken Comedy Festival. And
Andrew actually brought us together because I was on a show.
My sister was a fan of Brilliant Idiots, and she had heard Akash on the podcast.
Oh, so he's already established. I actually thought it was like young.
So I was actually living in California right before, and she was buying tickets, and she was like, oh, we should go. Like, he's really funny. They're really funny. It'll be a good time, blah, blah, whatever. So I was...
Andrew brought them together. So he was already on Brilliant Idiots when they met. Now, he admits to it, but she also said that she was too, right?
We'll take sign-ups one day.
Yeah. One day we'll do a sign-up sheet. Wait, okay. I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like, this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, he was like some, how do you say, half Asian, like baddie. Wasian. That's the word. Yeah, Wasian. Actually, in the Bay. That's when I was living in the Bay Area. And I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh my!
How do you get done like that and not realize what's happening? Wouldn't it be painful?
I'm going to pause it right here because I don't want to go on and continue because it may be against YouTube guidelines. But whether or not y'all want to conclude that this is virgin-like activity, I'm going to let y'all battle it out in the comment section. This woman is an absolute menace. You cannot convince me otherwise. F's down into the chat for good old Akash.
I think women use shaming tactics on men because, simply put, our ego can't handle their truth.
This is Tyrese's ex-wife, by the way. So, like, I believe her. Okay, she's letting you know what the game is. All right. Yet another brother that should have had a stronger prenup. You heard?
That's it.
Okay.
Our ego can't handle what they're saying because how it impacts us either makes us less valuable in their eyes, and we don't want to accept that. Okay. What they're saying is offensive to us because we know that we're not that. So we find...
I do know that when we say our preferences and women don't qualify for those preferences, they get upset. They get really upset because it's an admission of rejection.
Ways to poke holes in their thought processes so that we are somehow more attractive to them or more appealing to them.
What more do you want from me?
As if arguing someone's perspective is going to change it. Sometimes it does. But when we're talking about attraction, you know that goes much deeper. So I think, simply put, women shame men for their perspective simply because it does not work in their favor. And so therefore, we diminish, we disparage, and discredit.
Great explanation of a reason as to why Akash allows his wife to disrespect him on the internet, and yet more information into the importance as men of setting clear standards and clear boundaries and clear expectations. Because if you don't, and if you allow her entitled ass to have free reign over your manhood and your masculinity, then it'll turn up like the first video that we saw.
Women are raising their standards, but men can't. A lot of women have a huge list of standards and expectations they had at a relationship. High income, career, the things he does for her, the looks and stuff. But if the second a man says, I want a woman who is in shape or feminine or nurturing or anything else, he's considered shallow and toxic and controlling. So let me get this straight. A woman can have a mile-long checklist of what she wants in a man, but if a man has even just one preference, he's suddenly the problem?
Well, remember, she doesn't qualify for that one single preference. He only has one preference. That's the biggest kind of news story, right? Men maybe have 3 preferences, maybe 4, but women don't even qualify for any of them. That's the problem. Like, you don't even qualify for any of our 4 preferences. Not even that we have a mile-long checklist of stuff. No, the simple 4 things that we need from you, you can't even give us.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense because it will never make sense. And I'll even take it a step further and say that when I think about these modern day mindsets, which is a result of unchecked feminist propaganda, decades of it, right? And you really think of outside of the initial war.
I mean, it's also just unchecked disrespect throughout all of the last 20, 30 years.
Of a component of the feminist movement, which is for equality of rights. It's now dipped into this modern day version where it is removing accountability for bad behavior. Her behavior at that first clip that we watch is a feminist wet dream because they want to feel empowered. They want men to be up under their shoe. That's why she displays that type of behavior. Anyway, I think that I'm done with this content right here. Guys, I want you to leave your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below.
Shout outs to MTR. I always enjoyed his content. I know some of you guys think he's a little goofy, which I can somewhat understand, but he still has great content and great perspectives on things. He just uses a lot of bigger words than I do. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.